All right, Coach, under hazy, overcast L.A. skies, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Dignity Health Sports Park in Carson, California. Coming up, it's Divisional Round Saturday, and we've got an AFC battle on tap between the Houston Texans and our home team. The first of 4 berths in the conference championships on the line here as divisional weekend in the NFL is underway.
Here we go, here we go, here we go. Set, ready, go to base. Squeeze, double.
Here's the first carry for Austin Eckler. He'll have a first down past the 40, and he'll take it to the 43-yard line. 18 big yards on that one, and a Charger first.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, there'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
And a good burst there gets him 7 up to midfield.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Man left, alert.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3.
Check.
They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling. Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
He got 29 yards that time. They're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this, saying, hey, how you guys going to come out of the gate? I know I offered my help with a few plays, and they didn't seem to want it.
I didn't offer mine.
You were the smart one. Whatever they're doing, though, it's working really well.
The impressive opening drive continues, and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line, as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are dominating the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd down, Eckler. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Chargers. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Chargers take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Hopkins with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. Now a hit and a loose football. Down the numbers. There he goes. And he will score. Touchdown, L.A. A big play there. Taking it in. And the Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. So they take the opening kickoff and drive it all the way down the field.
And that's the last thing you want defensively. On the road, in the playoffs, and now you're down a touchdown right away.
Extra point good by Hopkins. And that'll make the score 14-0. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This is fielded at the goal line. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. They'll run with Taylor. He'll have a first down past the 40 as he'll get this one up to the 44-yard line. 15 yards, the Texans pick up the first down. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Here's Taylor. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd and 9, Watson. And his throw is incomplete. The Pro Bowler DeAndre Hopkins, the intended receiver. 3rd down here.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay one day.
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quick.
It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Houston. A big play there. 55 yards as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. They were already down 2 scores early. They needed something to try to stem that tide, and that certainly qualifies. A big play to get them in the end zone.
It qualifies indeed because, let's face it, they don't get something done on this drive, turn it back over, this game could be 88 and out the gate early.
What? 88 and out the gate?
Yeah.
What's that?
Well, listen, I used to hear my old man talk about it. Usually meant that thing's done.
Well, now that they got the touchdown, it's not 88 and out the gate. We still got a good game going ahead of us. The Charger drive about to get going, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Going on the ground with Eckler. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That one good for 13 and a Charger first. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
Now this throw caught left side. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31. They lulled them to sleep there, so to speak. That was all set up by the running game, wasn't it?
Another example of what all offensive coordinators tell us. When the running game's operating, it really opens up the playbook, and that's when they hit them with the play action. And you can see the defenders rushing towards the line of scrimmage, then scrambling back, trying to cover. Couldn't get there in time.
Well scripted. They had the big running play, now the big passing play. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Charger first down. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. First down, and they stick with Eckler. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. You talked about the need for them to establish the run early. They've been able to do that here in the first half.
And that means that the whole offense has adopted that attitude and that persona. We're going to take care of this young quarterback. Let's all get together and run it and take the pressure off.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal. Now Eckler, and he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Austin Eckler with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. The Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. Hopkins with the extra point, and it's now 21-7. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
I'm going back to you. I'm going back.
They run the counter. It's Taylor. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. And he finds Howard complete. And he will be marked down short of the 1st as they get to him at the 29. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. The Texans send the punter out as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Fielded at the 20. Nowhere to go that time. It's a 46-yard punt with a loss on the return. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
On 1st down, a running play ends up going backwards as he won't get close to the line of scrimmage. In fact, he's going to lose 4 yards.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. 2nd and 14. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Schwartz. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That one good for 26 and a 1st down. Running on 1st down, Eckler. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
2nd quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. And he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain, and it's 3rd and 2 now.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd. Looking to throw. Newman. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Schwartz. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. A good pickup there of 20 yards. On 1st and 10, Newman. He's got the 1st down inside the 10. And finally taken down at the 4-yard line. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Trying to punch it in with Eckler. And he will get in across the chalk for a Chargers touchdown. Austin Eckler, as the first half is winding down. The Chargers, they're able to widen their lead.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that could finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. Extra point good by Hopkins. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find it.
Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Nasir Adderley. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the right hash, it's a 41-yard attempt. And Hopkins' kick is good. So it's on to halftime in this AFC divisional round matchup. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports halftime report. Coach? Win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC divisional round. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Joey Bosa in there to bury him for a loss of 11. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. Well, the two men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively. Brings up 4th down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Let's go! Let's go!
The Charger drive about to get going. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Now, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
A big play there for L.A. 43 yards. One of the reasons that this team is on this win streak, big runs like that.
When you see runs like that broken off, you know this is a team that's confident running the football. A big reason why this streak has occurred, they've come together, had a plan, and stuck to it. And when you get big-time runs like that, it makes it easier to stay with it, doesn't it?
Throwing on 1st down. Newman buying time to his left. And now he's going to use his, and he's into the end zone. Chargers touchdown. And right now, Charles, I think you'd have to say their class starting to show through.
Yeah, they were disappointed not to get the #1 seed in the playoffs, but the reality is these guys can play anywhere. It doesn't matter for them.
And if they can indeed hold on to this lead, that's going to set up one heck of a championship game next Sunday.
Let's come back and watch it, shall we?
Something tells me you and I are going to be there. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Just something to build off of it. Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. Joey Bosa able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Try to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick, and they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line.
Well, Brandon, there's no question who they're going to look to on third and long, but you can bet this defense knows that as well, so they've got him blanketed downfield. And this ball winds up being intercepted.
Slam. Check 31. Check 31.
Off play action. Newman. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And he'll take this back all the way up past the 45-yard line. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw, because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Credit the secondary and credit the defensive game plan. They've been in his hip pocket all game long. They understood coming in that he was a big-time receiver.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Watson throwing quickly to Hopkins. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. DeAndre Hopkins, he's all alone. The Clemson connection. Watson to Hopkins for a big one. 49 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. 2nd and goal from the 1.
Let's go, defense. Hey, man up, D. Man up, D.
They go to the ground again with Taylor. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll make it 3rd and goal.
Hey, what's up? 20. 52.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo.
Let's go.
It's Hill, complete. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. Not at all what they envisioned on 3rd down, 3 yards in the wrong direction. They will indeed snap it to Watson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And the Chargers hold tight down near the goal line. The Charger drive about to get going. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, I feel like you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
On the ground, it's Eckler. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. 1 quarter remains for the right to advance to the AFC title game. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
You're going to see me in your nightmares.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Newman. Going to throw right side here. Complete. And shutting him off. Now open field. And he'll finally be taken down, but he gets inside the Houston 20. A big play there on the catch and run. 53 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Back to throw. Newman. He's got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Chargers. An 18-yard touchdown grab as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. It took them an extra look, but they found out it is a touchdown indeed. The official says this one counts. Hopkins with the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind them, try to put together another drive.
A simple tip of the cap, a nod of the head to the defense. Congratulations, you got us last time. But you didn't hold us the whole time. We got down to position. We were able to be in position to score. Let's go ahead and attack again. Continue to have that kind of confidence. Not worry about the one play that didn't allow them to get into the end zone.
And this time they'll be trying to get it into the end zone. We'll see what they do. Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Back to throw, Watson. And he can't come up with a pick. Nearly his 2nd of the game. Instead, 4th down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. Bill O'Brien rolls the dice, but to no avail. And now the football is going to go over, already being placed at the 15-yard line.
You better be afraid of me. You better be afraid of me.
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. They're still throwing the football here. Now, obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. It's Eckler again. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. Losing 4 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. Hopkins' kick is good. And that will just add 3 more to a lead that's already out of hand. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And on that last drive, went for it on fourth, turned it over. A good job by their defense. Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go. Now the pass, and it's into the arms of Hopkins. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Now a nice throw here, right side. He hauls it in. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a first down as well.
First down, Houston.
Watson now just 7 of 16 passing thus far, but he's got a 1st and 10. From the 50, it's Watson. Blitz coming, and down he goes. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Here's Watson. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. A big play there. 59 yards. And the Texans are able to make things a bit more respectable.
So, my man, another touchdown. They're looking like the #1 seed that they earned throughout the year. Looking pretty dominant right now.
We knew the road to the Super Bowl would run right through this stadium. Somebody's going to have to come in here and beat these guys. Good luck. I don't think it's happening this weekend.
No, definitely not this weekend. And for anyone else out there, bring your game.
Buyer beware. And this will not work out. The Chargers able to recover. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. So they touched it before it went 10, and that's obviously not going to help their comeback bid here in the 4th.
No, not at all. And they're trying to get something going after one there. But you've got to give yourself a chance. Let it go 10 before you touch it.
They'll run here with Eckler. A good move on the carry, but still brought down just inside the 40. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level, because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down. The defense loves to hang their hat on that, don't they? You get a guy that catches the ball, but you stop him for no gain.
Without a doubt, because they're also used to trying to catch people after the catch, and they miss. And that turns into what? A huge play. We've seen it so many times. In this case, though, catch was made, put down right on the spot.
On 3rd down, here's Eckler. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll get it with just a shade under a minute to go in the game. And this won't get there. Won't be online either. It's no good. Off to the right. And this score will stay right where it is. Was a kicker from that distance, 56, 57 yards. So many things you got to worry about, but I am a little surprised he didn't get it there.
Yeah, with the way kickers are nowadays, we're surprised anything under 65 that it doesn't get at least to the crossbar. But remember this, you have to drive it a little bit lower in order to make that distance, and you also have to be worried about the interior rush that they can get their hands on it. So that's why those stronger kickers nowadays, you can pop it up in the air and still travel and carry it. That's who you're looking for.
On 2nd and 10, Watson. He's going to let it fly. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Out of the gun, Watson. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And to the 49-yard line, but no further, and obviously he is well short of the first. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go. Boy, not deterred from those first 2 failed attempts. They're going to go a 3rd time here on 4th down. Here we go on 4th. Watson. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's knocked away and incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Chargers will get the football back in excellent field position. Here is Eckler. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee, and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
And they have secure.